Hello, Des here. We're going to talk about Lisa Eldridge's new foundations, which I'm super excited to try. So if that sounds like your bag, then please keep watching. So Lisa Eldridge has brought out some foundations, or at least she's brought out some cards with little sample foundations on them, which I am super excited to try. So if you don't know who Lisa Eldridge is, but I'm sure you do, but just in case you don't, she is a British makeup artist who's been around for some considerable time. When you look at her, she looks so young. I can't believe she must have been at least on television since the early 2000s, because I can remember her being in a program called 10 Years Younger. That was the first time I came across her. And then I must have found her YouTube channel, and I've been watching her ever since. And I think she's also worked with Lancome. She might still do that. So about 4 years ago, I think, no, 2018, she brought out some lipsticks. That was her first makeup range, and it was just a series of red lipsticks. And I bought one, I think it was Velvet Ribbon, which I absolutely love. It's a beautiful texture, really strongly pigmented. You can put it on with your fingers or you can use it as a blush as well. And then she brought out some more, and then recently quite a big range of new lipsticks. So I've got about 4 of them, I think. She also does jewellery, and she does beautiful rings. I've not actually got one, but I'm coveting quite a few. And recently she's brought out more makeup ranges, or more types of makeup. So I think she's got blushes, she's got lip pencils, and I think highlighters as well. Now I haven't bought any of those yet because I'm not a massive highlighter fan, to be honest, nor a lip pencil person. But I've actually repurchased one of the lipsticks, which is Velvet Muse, and I absolutely love the lipsticks. So in order to help you choose the right shade, you get the opportunity when you go on Lisa's site and you're purchasing, say, a lipstick or a highlighter or whatever it is, to choose two. Well, you can choose one card and then you can purchase more cards if you want. So I got 2 because I wasn't sure exactly what shade I was. So I've got, they're both light medium, and they both have 4 shades on them. So there's this one, which is set 1, and I'll tell you all the colours in a minute, and I've scribbled on that one because that's the one that Lisa uses in her video, which I'll explain in a minute. And this is set 2. So what you do is you get your card or cards, and there's a little cue card reader on the back, and what you do is you scan that, and then it takes you to a special video to show you how to apply the foundations and how to choose the best colour. And it's a very detailed video. So she talks about most people not having exactly the same colour throughout their face, which is obviously right. And she said quite often the centre panel is perhaps redder or quite different, or appreciably different anyway, from the sides of your face. And she also says obviously your neck can be quite different. So it's a really good idea when you're trying foundations out to kind of do it down here, so down the side here, and obviously taking account of here, which might be different as well. And she said the back of your neck tends to be quite dark. Obviously you don't need to worry about foundation there, but it's just something to be aware of. So there are different shades within your own face, and that's something that she has tried to take into account when she has developed her colours. So my skin tone is, I would say, a little bit olivey, a little bit neutral, and it's light medium. It's certainly not light, but it's not as dark as medium, so it is in that sort of in-between zone. And actually there's a very helpful video by Audrey Coyne. I'll link it down below for you. I'll try and link it in the cards as well. It's my new thing, my new trick I've just found out how to do. And she does a really good video on what olive skin is, and I watched that and I felt that my skin probably was olive, and that's something to do, or partly to do, with the colour of your veins. And I think my veins are quite sort of greeny, bluish, bluey green. Anyway, so in the foundations that I use, I thought I would just share those with you so you can get an idea of the sort of colours that suit me. So with number 7, I am Cool Beige, Lift and Illuminate, this foundation here. In Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare by It Cosmetics, which is this one, I am a medium cool 34. And in my Clinique Even Better Foundation, which is this one, I am CN22 Neutral MF. So you can see there's a bit of a pattern. So that's why I got the cards that I did from Lisa Eldridge. Right, I've got the cards out and I'm going to start with set 2 because I think set 2 might be more my colour. And I'm going to pick this number 14 first. Let's try that. It's a bit pinky-ish, but I think it might be right for me. Okay, I had a little bit of trouble peeling the back open, but I've done that now and it looks quite pinky. Now Lisa says that there are about 5 pumps worth of foundation in each little pot. I'm just going to try and show you there if I can. So I'm going to get a cotton bud, which is what she suggests, and I'm just going to get a small amount on my cotton bud like that. And now, sorry, I've got my mirror over here, so I'm just going to try and place it so that you can see at the same time as I'm doing it, which is here. And actually just from, I mean, I haven't got my glasses on, but at a glance that's looking pretty good, I would say. Right, let me, this is going to be quite tricky, but let me get my mirror and just see. Whoa! I mean, that is pretty damn good, I would say. That looks amazing. Let me get closer up. Well, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better colour than that, actually, to be honest. Just put it down my neck a bit. Just, well, I think that looks amazing, actually. I really do. I think that's quite incredible. But let's keep going and let's try another colour because you never know, there might be a better one, but I think I'd be hard pressed, and actually we'll compare and contrast it to my other foundations a bit later. Right, so we're going to try, this is 15, and let's get some on another cotton bud, pop that there, that's the colour there, and we will try it on the other side over here. It might be a bit pale, although it's also nice. It feels lovely on the skin, by the way, I must say. It really does. Right, so having fiddled about a lot in the daylight, and actually it might look a bit lighter now because I've just put the blinds up, I've now compared and contrasted the 2 numbers of Lisa Eldridge's that I've tried, 14 and 15, with 2 of my foundations, my regular foundations, and I'm just going to show you there. I hope this is visible. I have a feeling it might not be. What I can see is actually number 15 is more sort of biscuity as I thought, and probably not quite the right colour for me. I think number 14 is pinkier, and I think that's more reflective of my colour at the moment. Perhaps the 15, if I'd been in the sun, which I do sometimes, might have been better, but I think the 14 is going to be the one that I'm going to go for. So let's give it a go. So Lisa suggests putting this on the back of your hand and then applying it from there. So that's what I'm going to do. And she says it's a medium coverage. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics brush, which is this one here. I mean, to be honest, I don't usually use a brush, it has to be said. But given that we're trying Lisa's foundation as she applies it, I think we will. So we're just going to pick some up off the top of my hand and we're just going to apply it. It's feeling very, very nice, I must say, on the skin. Feeling very good indeed. I might have to pop a bit more on, but I don't know. We'll see how we go. As you probably noticed, I have eye makeup on, but that's all I've got. Well, eyebrows and eyelids, and that's my lot. Now, let me get my mirror and just see how that's doing, because I can't see otherwise. Let me see. Well, do you know what? I'm really, really liking that. Gosh. That's looking pretty good, I'd say. I think it's a great colour. Well, I am absolutely bowled over with this foundation. I think it's given great coverage. It looks very skin-like. It feels really comfortable. It went on incredibly well with a brush, which is not the way I normally put my makeup on. I usually do it with a sponge. So I'm really delighted with it, and I'm really excited to get hold of the actual bottle of foundation. Number 14 is the one that I'm going to go for. Well, I've just finished off my makeup with Lisa Eldridge's lipstick, which is this one here, Velvet Beauty, and I've also put a bit of Velvet Beauty on my cheeks, and I put a little bit of concealer on. I've used the Lancome, forgotten the name of it, but I'll link it down below for you, concealer, and that's it. I haven't put any powder on at all because I just don't think it needs it. And I think for me, as an older woman with quite wrinkly skin, I would say the coverage is absolutely spot on because it's not too heavy, it's not too light, it's covering what it needs to cover, but it's still letting the skin shine through. And I think that's really great. It doesn't look cakey in any way, and it's not too thin. So it's absolutely perfect for me, and I would think for most mature women's skin as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video has been useful to you. I hope it's been informative. If it has, please consider giving it a good thumbs up, and better yet, subscribing to the channel, because it really helps YouTube to put my videos in front of other older women with wrinkly old skin like mine who might benefit from it. And leave me a comment below. Let me know, have you tried any Lisa Eldridge foundations? Have you ordered the cards? And if you have ordered the cards, which is your favourite shade, and are you going to order one from the store? And thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!